Hi guys, welcome to Nine Links. This is your host Alex, and today is a very exciting day. Reason being is that today is the time we're gonna propagate white champaca, and there are many ways to propagate a plant, and so far most of them don't work on white champaca. White champaca it's very notorious for hard to propagate, and most of common ways to propagate a plant is through cuttings, air layering, grafting, and I think they're from seeds. So from seeds, it's the easiest way. When the fruit produces seeds, you just plant that seeds, and certain condition must be met, and then the seeds will grow into a healthy one. And it'll take some years before the new plant start fruiting, produce fruits or produce flowers. The cutting is the way that you just go to a certain branch of the parent tree, just cut it and then shave it a little bit and give it to a root hormone. Well, some of them don't even require root hormone at all, and you just stick it into a potting mix. Air layering is the way you don't cut the branch off in the parent plants. What you do is you shave the outer layer of the skin of the branch, and then you put the not really a potting material, but it's some kind of material to hold the moisture, and then enclose onto the branch and seal it off, and hoping that the roots will start forming. And once enough roots form on the branch, then you can cut the branch off and you can plant that new rooted section as a new plant. And then grafting, of course, is you have to choose the same family of the plants. For example, white champaca. If you want to do grafting on white champaca, you can pick from the magnolia family and use, let's say, for example, you have a banana shrub. It's in the same family as white champaca, and then you have white champaca over here. You cut the top of the banana shrub off, and you leave it just the roots and a little bit of maybe a trunk, and then you made a V shape on the trunk, and then you cut a branch from the white champaca, and then just stick it into the trunk and tie it and seal it off for a long time. It will grow together. And some plants, when they grow together, they form a really close bond. So basically form one single plant. Some plants, they form a bond, but over time, there's small complications. I won't go into detail, but you can look that up. Basically, for white champaca, there are only two methods consider higher chance of succeed. One is air layering, and the other one is grafting. Air layering, it's about, I would say about 90%, maybe lower than that. But definitely cuttings and seeds from white champaca is not going to work. First of all, white champaca does not produce seeds. Second of all, white champaca is cutting. Most of the time when you stick into potting mix, it will rot and it will turn bad, it turn brown and die. Okay, now before we go out, and I'll show you how to do it, you can probably notice back here, I don't have any more plants. I moved all of them outside now, so I won't be down here much. This area is closed off for some other purpose, and then we'll do it outside. And I'll show you what we need. All right, let's go. Okay guys, I'm going to show you what are the materials that you need for propagating white champaca. Well, I mean, in general, you can use these for propagation on other trees or plants as well. I'm gonna just briefly show you what you need, and then I'm gonna go into detail and explain why you need each one of them. Okay. All right. The first thing I'm going to explain is of course, scissors. You don't need an explanation for that. It's aluminum foil. Once we finish putting the air layer, we will cover it up, whole thing with aluminum foil, prevent sunlight from getting in, and also keep the moisture in. And the plastic bag, I'll have to cut those, and I'll show you how to cut them. That's where we're going to wrap all the stuff around the air laying section. These little things, it's kind of, you can buy them like Home Depot, or I mean, in general, it's just like one of those plant starter kits. Or you can use, like I put it on the side over there, you can use the New England sphagnum moss as a propagating medium as well. And they need to be soaked in too. These guys need to be soaked in. And that right there, my friend, is my homemade tool. It's a razor. You can just use a regular razor if you want something sharp to cut the outer layer of the branch. And then what we're going to do is, this is the general step: cut the outer layer of the branch, and not all of it, outer layer, and then put these wet and soak it in the water. And then we're going to put it all over the cut area, and we're going to wrap around with the plastic, and then we're going to tie the plastic off with a rope on both ends. And then we're going to wrap around with aluminum foil. And just rope, any kind of rope will work. You can use for all the purpose, you can just something to tie it down. Okay, that's just a brief material you need. You probably maybe need less than that, but I'm just want to do a little bit more. Now I'm going to show you how to cut the. For the plastic, you can use regular plastic bags. It's fine too. The reason I want to use Zigzag bag is that I have plenty of those laying around at home, and also these plastics seem to be very more durable than regular plastic bag. You can use one of those seal wrappers as well. They work pretty good too. Okay, all right, let me show you how to cut the plastic wrappers. All right, guys, let me show you how to cut the Zigzag bag, Ziploc bag for the air laying purpose. It's very simple. This is a Ziploc bag. What you do is that you want to, it depends on the size of your branch. Mine is a little too big, but it's okay. What you do is, just roll it up. It's quicker that way. Just roll it up. Get rid of the top portion, and then the bottom portion. Yeah, I think, yeah. All right, so now basically what you do is you have a kind of like a sleeve. All right, that's the thing. Imagine my hand is the branch, okay, and we're gonna cut the midsection here, the layer, not the whole branch. You don't cut it off. You just remove the skin on the midsection here, and then we're gonna put the growing medium, moisture retention mediums in the middle, and then we're going to seal off the top and seal off the bottom, and they're going to stay in there, and then we're going to wrap around with aluminum foil and give it about a couple months, and it should have formed roots if we are successful. If not, the whole branch is going to rot, and we'll basically cut it off. Okay, guys, before we start, I think I want to add two more things to the material list. You don't have to have those, but if you do, it definitely helps. Let me see if you can see this. Yeah. Let's see. It's a root hormone, and of course Q-tip on the behind. Okay. All right. The reason I want to use this is that it gives a better chance of forming the roots. As you already know, white champacas are already notorious for hard to propagate. So I'm just trying to take as much as possible preparation as possible to make a successful propagation. So now here's what we're gonna do. Put these things aside. We got these cut already. First thing first, we're gonna get some water, soak these guys in, and then I'll start cutting the air layering section. Okay. First of all, okay, put some water in it. Okay, as you can see, these guys soaking in, and I'm gonna put, like I say, I love these New Zealand sphagnum moss. Call me a sphagnum moss addict if you want, but I really like these moss. They're clean and antibacterial. Water retention rate's good. Anyway, I think this is pretty tough to cut. I usually get a pruner to cut this. You know what? I'm just gonna break it and then throw some in there. Like I say, I'm gonna just use the sphagnum moss on the outer layer, so it keeps the water in better. And the inner layer will be using that. It might take some time to soak the sphagnum moss. Doesn't take that long, but soaking the mix, the potting mix is, I don't know what you call those, starter kit grow peat moss, I think. I think that should be enough. It'll expand. As you can see, it's already expanding. It soaks the water really good, because these are, you can, like I said before, you can tell the difference between the moss, sphagnum moss. You see this premium kind, spongy, clean, and then you look at these cheap, made out of peat moss. So you can tell the difference right away. But anyway, we're gonna let it soak for a little while. While it's soaking, I'm gonna do the cutting on the white champaca, okay? And we're gonna just leave this one on the side real quick. Okay, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We already pick up the branch, so we know this is the branch we're gonna cut. So this is the whole branch right here. So what I'm gonna do first is that whatever branch you're gonna do air layer on, make sure you take off as many leaves as possible, but not all the leaves, because reason being is when you cut the layer, cut the section, we're gonna probably cut it right here, right this section right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take this off. I already mark it. Evan, put that on the side. I'm gonna cut right here. The reason is that when you cut them off, they're like a new plant. So when you have a lot of leaves on there, it's gonna stress the plant. We're gonna kind of like this, just make a circular motion. I don't know if you can see it. Just make a circular motion all around it, in the front and back. Circular motion front and back. Be careful not to cut your hand, okay? Razor is pretty sharp. After I make this section, I'm gonna take off the leaves, and then you slowly grind it, slowly slide it in, and you see, oh, I already smell white champaca. You see, that's the thing what I like about white champaca is, even if you are cutting, all the leaves and stuff will smell really fresh. That's white champaca. Here, let me zoom it in, okay? Let me zoom it in so you can see better. Let me zoom it in and focus real quick so you guys can see better. Okay. I'm try to keep it focused right here. Okay. So what you do is you move this section right here. All right, let me double check, make sure that you guys can see it. Okay. All right. Let me zoom it out a little bit so yeah, there you go. Yep, that's perfect. So you take outer layer of the white champaca off. See, that's the layer you want to stay in. See that white? See that white? When you see the white, you stop. That's you already got. You want to remove the green layer. That's the growth layer. That's the layer that eventually will grow roots onto the mix. So what you do is you go around. I'll just pause it right now since that's the. Let me finish doing it and then I'll show you. All right, can you guys see that? Okay, yes. So that's what it is right now. See, you make a section all white all around. No, shouldn't be green and skin around. Okay, and now we're gonna put the mix, the material, the peat moss right here, and then we're gonna wrap around it and gonna seal it off. And then we're gonna remove a lot of these leaves up here, so it doesn't cause the stress on this part. Okay, guys, we are ready for use the peat moss and sphagnum moss on the cut section. And before we do that, we're gonna apply some root hormone, just a little bit. Okay. All right, guys. Applying first, wet your Q-tip a little bit, and apply this root hormone. Just a little bit. Be careful, don't get the hormone on you. Okay. I mean, it's not a big deal if it's on you, but just don't inhale it. These kind of stuff, it's just anything with hormone. I do not want to get into my system. Okay. Just a little bit, just Okay, we're ready to wrap around with the peat moss. I got it ready here, and also make sure when you do bring it up, make sure you squeeze the water out of it. Okay. Okay, Evan, get ready for hand me the plastic. Okay. Okay. Okay, you just need to squeeze the water out of it first. If there's too much water inside, you'll actually suffocate. So that's right here. And give me the plastic. Wait, give me a scissor real quick. Give me a scissor. Cut this one. Okay. All right, this is what it is. Okay, guys, see the plastic right here? And we're gonna put some on the plastic and some on your hand, okay? And I think I'm gonna get a little bit more moss right here real quick. So what you do is like this, you just cover it up, hold it like this, and put the other side on top, and make sure you cover it up well. And give me a little bit more sphagnum moss. Give me that tray. Here, I'll just take it myself. Okay. All right, that's good. All right, so we cover it a little bit more. So make sure you compact it tightly. I don't know if you can see this. Let's get it as tight as possible. Squeeze in like this. Remember, tighter the better. And now, oh, I should have done this beforehand. But get it tight. Evan, cut me some string. Evan, what? Okay, and we get a string. You can get. I used to use one of those not Ziploc. What do you call it? Yeah, those zip locks to tie it down. This year I'm trying to use this way. It's use this kind of a string, so it's more what should I say, friendly. Okay, guys, make sure you tie it down good. All right, tie it down strong, because the purpose of tying this down is to prevent the moisture from escaping, and that's a key thing to keep them inside moisture. Okay, got both of them tied down pretty good. Now we just need to use aluminum foil to wrap it around. Okay. Okay, guys. Put the aluminum foil in. I might have used a little bit too much aluminum foil, but it's okay. Another purpose of aluminum foil, again, to prevent direct sunlight from hitting it. Kind of feel bad that I'm actually taking. I rarely want to take white champaca's leaf off, but you know, because of propagation, I have to probably just twist the end. You see, there's water coming out. That's good. That means there's the water inside, and seal off the. So see, it's like a mini. What should I call it? A hot dog kind of, or you know, kind of how you wrap around a sweet potato when you go roasting. All right, that's it, guys. That's one spot, one air layer right here, and now just gonna take off some leaves. Here, I'll show you. Gonna just cut off some leaves, and so it won't cause too much stress on the newly formed section. Yeah, it really pains me to see to cut these guys off like that. But you know what? It's for the better purpose. See, that's how much leaf I cut off. Probably gonna cut these leaves and put it into potting mix below. Okay, guys. So I finished my. Ignore the noise. There's a dumpster truck coming anyway. I only did two actually. Right, one right there and one right there for air layer. Why didn't I do the third one? I don't know, man. This plant is so good, and cutting it up, and you know, it's just hurt to look at and hurt to do it. So I only do two this year.
make myself to do the third one. I'll just leave the only 2. So that's we're gonna wait probably about 2 or 3 months to see the results. Okay, and just all the leaves that I cut is right there. And Elena, say hi. And Elena is helping me cutting the leaves up. So all these white champaca leaves, and it smells really good while you're cutting it. And we're gonna put inside the down below, put back into the white champaca. So it's kind of like a recycling in a way. And like I say, there's still a lot of mix left. The potting mix. All right, guys. That's it for well. I'm gonna do 2 more, but for this video purpose, that's about it. That's how you propagate white champaca. That's called air layering, and we're gonna let this one sit at least for I don't know, maybe 2 months and a half, and we'll check back on it, see how it grows. And like I said, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. Again, till next time.